what's it called? Mouthwash. If I were to allow you to see that, which I'm not going to, and my thoughts and feelings, a little bit left, I should use it. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. For today's video I have a products I've used up video, so an empties video. We're going to be going through all of my trash slash recycling, so all the products that I've used up in the last, I would say, 4 to 5 months. I can't remember when I got that last empties video up. I like to get the bag pretty full, so I have all my empties in here. I'm gonna go through them and just kind of tell you if I would repurchase the items that are in here. I like watching these videos especially because it's kind of like mini speed reviews and people tell you whether they would repurchase them, and honestly, if someone loves a product enough to repurchase it, then I know that they're like legit, like that they really like it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing in this video. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I do a ton of product reviews and colorful makeup looks, and let's get into this video. I have a pretty good mix of random makeup, skincare. The first thing that's here, I don't know, I just thought I would tell you guys. This is the Crest Clean Mint multi-protection, what's it called? Mouthwash. I love using mouthwash. If you don't use mouthwash, just trust me. But I'm not gonna be repurchasing this one because I found one that's better. It's called like TheraBreath or something like that. You can get it on Amazon. It literally fights morning breath like no other. Lately I've been having to use Peroxyl, unfortunately, because I've gotten cuts in my mouth from the stupid Invisalign. I don't even want to talk about it. I've been having to use it and it sucks because it foams up. It's weird, but I've been having to use that. This is such a random conversation on this channel, but whatever. It's a fine mouthwash, but the other one that I'm talking about, the TheraBreath, I'll insert a picture. It's all the way in my bathroom and I'm not gonna go get it. It really does fight morning breath. It helps so much. Like that's the one that I'm gonna be using from now on, like when I have to like not use Peroxyl. But this is, I mean, it's a fine mouthwash. It just isn't as like, there's no guarantee I'm gonna take away your morning breath situation, so I'm just gonna be using that one from now on. I know this is so random, but I just like wanted to talk about it real quick. I feel like I saw Taylor Wynn do the same thing in her video, like talk about a mouthwash specifically. So I was like, you know what, like I could talk about random stuff like that, like if I would repurchase them. Like I feel like she does a lot of like around the house stuff too, like dish soap and like random things like that, detergent. So maybe I'll do that too. We'll see. Another random. This is the Super Nail Pure Acetone. So I've actually been learning to do acrylic on myself, and like I even bought a little hand. I really want to be a freelance nail tech on top of being a freelance makeup artist, which is an insane endeavor, I'm not gonna lie. So this is actually really good. The only thing is that you can, I only find this on Amazon. I haven't gone to a nail supply store and I probably should, and it's kind of expensive for what it is. It is 16 fluid ounces and I think it's $15, so you're paying $1 an ounce pretty much. It does the job. It takes my nails off, like my acrylics off really nicely. I have to take this set off in a couple of days because I'm getting them done again. The growth is like actually disgusting, but we're not going to talk about it. I actually need to repurchase it. I had a backup one, but I have to repurchase another backup for when I'm out of this backup. Anyway, it's a lot of fun to try to learn to do nails, let me tell you. 2 more randoms, and they're both candles, which is crazy, right? So the first thing I have here is from Taka. This is the Montauk candle. This is a tiny, tiny size. I got this in Glossy Box back in November, and a couple months ago I was like, you know what, let me light this. It didn't last very long, obviously, because it's the mini, but it smells so good. There's a lot of bad reviews on this candle if you look in Sephora. They say that it doesn't take up the whole room. The scent doesn't spread very far, but I guess in the room that I'm in, it's kind of a smaller room. Like if you want to put this in your bathroom, I think that would be a great place for it because it would actually take up the whole, you would smell it, you know, very nicely. It has like a sweet but like salty, how do I even say that? Sweet and salty? No, like fresh, that's a good word, fresh. I need to learn how to describe scents. What is wrong with me? I'll put the notes up on the screen. How about that? Because I really don't know how to describe this. I like more sweet scents. This is not too sweet though at all. It is sweet, but it's not that sweet. All right, I'm not making sense now. I would totally repurchase that one. I would get the bigger size, but I have a bunch of candles I need to go through, so it's not gonna happen anytime soon. But another candle I have is from Light's Label, which is the most random thing in the world. She came out with this candle in her quarantine, what's it called? Quarantine kit, quarantine survival kit, something like that. This is my favorite scent in the world. This has notes of coconut, passion fruit, and champagne. Definitely, but it's not like a bam in your face coconut. It's not like a bum cream coconut. It's like a Kopari coconut where it's like subtle. I smell more of the passion fruit note than the coconut. So it's a little fruity, but like fresh at the same time too. Honestly, these two smell very similar now that I'm smelling them. This one's a little more sweet, I would say. With this one, And this one's a fraction of the price, to be honest. I want them to bring it back in stock. I should look. I haven't looked because I'm gonna repurchase it. It smells so good. I love it. It's a very fresh scent. I just like, there's no season for this. Like you could like year round light this candle and no one would think you're weird. So I love this candle. I also have this Ion. This is the Root Cover Airbrush Tint Temporary Hair Color. So I use this. Okay, yes, it's time to admit to the internet that I have gone gray. Well, I am gray, like gray. But like it's only like this one section over here. Like if I were to allow you to see that, which I'm not going to, you would see gray. So I have to cover it up with something, especially that was the reason I was platinum blonde for so long. By the way, if you didn't know, I like to cover my hair like by being platinum blonde because my hair would grow out gray. So I might as well cover it up. This is okay. It actually transfers a lot on my face, on my hands, on my fingers. I do want to find one that's a little bit better than this. It didn't make my hair feel crunchy or anything. Like I would repurchase this if there's no better option on the market. But I just want to like see what else is out there, you know? So I need something. I need to buy something ASAP because otherwise I'm going to have gray hairs everywhere every day. And I don't want to do that. If you have a recommendation, let me know, please, because I would love to buy a new one before I have to show my grays to the world. I can see them pretty well, let me tell you. Let's see what else I have in this mystery bag. Oh, I have some of the Halo Beauty. This is the Kiwi Seed Booster. This is for clear glowing skin. It's supposed to minimize fine lines and wrinkles, support collagen and keratin production, and support clear and radiant complexion. So obviously this is gone. I actually had a backup already. These are okay. The thing is, I don't really see a difference when I don't use them. Sometimes I forget to take my vitamins. Like I just really do. I'm not very good about it at all. I take my elderberry almost every day though because that supports immune system and like coronavirus. I don't know if I will be repurchasing these. Lots of weird situations happening. Like I don't really understand how her brand is still in business while she's like AWOL. She hasn't said anything in about a year and it's kind of crazy. I miss her so much. I miss her videos. I actually like was a big fan of hers. I heard she's getting sued. I don't know if it's this one or her makeup brand. I don't know. Either way, I'm just like not sure that this is actually worth the money and that it does anything to me at all. So I still have a bottle. I'm going through it, but I don't know if I would repurchase it after that, you know? Okay, this is something that's hella expired. This is the Bondi Sands Self Tanning Foam 1 Hour Express. I actually have been using the Arrow lately, the Arrow one. I don't know what the difference is, and I feel like since I bought the Arrow one, they came out with one that actually has colors, because the one that I have is like, it doesn't say it's dark, ultra dark, etc. This was actually the same situation as the Arrow one that I have. It's a 1 Hour Express, but it doesn't have like a shade. This was okay. It turned green. It's like green. If I pump this out right now, you'll see it green. There's only a little bit left anyway. The Arrow one, I'm not a huge fan of. I like the fact that this is Express. So that's the only reason I would probably repurchase this. I like the shade of this one more than I like the Arrow one, even though there is no shade. This says leave for 2 to 3 hours to be the darkest, and I always leave it for 2 to 3 hours, sometimes even longer. It doesn't go yellow. It's more of like a nice olive tan, which I like. I would repurchase this over the Arrow. It's not sticky when you apply it or anything. Like Bondi Sands is the best tanning brand there is, to be honest. And I will constantly repurchase their tans, their different versions, to see which one I like the best. Let's get into the skincare, I guess. We have the Inky List Oat Cleansing Balm. Everyone raves about this. The fact that this brand is offered at Sephora and it's very, very affordable is amazing. I did not like this at all. I thought that this was like a dupe for the Ofra. I think I talked about this in my last Empties video, actually. The Ofra cleansing balm. I hate the feeling. It actually has pieces of oat in it. It's very thick and sticky. It feels sticky when you apply it, and it's really hard to take off your makeup. Like I have to like literally scrub it off, which means you're probably getting a deep clean, but it's not something that I want to struggle with, to be honest. Like I have other cleansing balms like in a tub that I enjoy more. Ones without polyethylene. This doesn't have polyethylene, by the way, which is amazing too. I just don't like this. It made my face nice and hydrated though, and I did appreciate that, and I also appreciate the price point, but I won't be repurchasing this one. I did not like the feeling on my face at all. We have the Lancome Bifacial, I think it's how you say it. This is the makeup remover. I already repurchased this. I repurchased it during the Sephora VIP sale, this past one, and I actually accidentally bought 2, and I don't know how that happened. It was like in my craziness with trying to get my orders in. I don't know what happened. This is a great makeup remover. It is oil based. You definitely have to shake it before you use it. It helps take off your eye makeup makeup really, really well. So I use this to take off my eye makeup, and whatever's left I kind of go throughout my face, and then I use a cleansing balm on top of that, and then I go in with a cleanser after that. Always double cleanse, please, always. But this is great at taking off. Like for this look I would have to use this because it's oil based. That really helps melt everything off. Just using a cleansing balm sometimes doesn't get everything off, so that's why I really like this makeup remover. I will constantly be repurchasing that because I really did enjoy that. Oh, my two favorites. I need to repurchase these. I have a couple products here from Milk Makeup. This is the cleanser and this is the moisturizer. Literally the two most favorite things in the world. I need to repurchase them. Who would have thought I would have liked Milk Makeup skincare? It's so random, I know, but I love them so much. This cleanser is amazing. It is very thick. As you can see, this is how much I loved it. I cut it open to get every last bit out. I really love this one. It's very thick and it's like it foams up into like a very nice thick creamy. This honestly helps get rid of makeup too. Like if you miss a spot or something, just go in with this and you just like really nice, and it lathers really nicely and it helps clear everything out. It doesn't break me out. It's very, I have sensitive skin, very sensitive skin, and this is amazing. Definitely would repurchase that. I should have repurchased it during the sale, but there were other things that were like a priority. I have other cleansers that I'm trying right now too that I want to give them a fair shot before I go back to that. Now this moisturizer is also amazing. It's very thick. I love it. My skin loves it. I have a couple of moisturizers I'm trying to get through before going back to this one, but I think I'm gonna go back to this one because nothing beats this. It doesn't have a scent, which is amazing, but it's very thick. My skin loves it. It like quenches my skin's thirst, if that makes sense. I love this one so much. It's my favorite. I'm honestly surprised that this is the only makeup wipes that I have in here, but maybe I forgot to like put them in here because I can't think like that this is the only one since January. But these were from the dollar store. I don't like makeup wipes, but I need them in my life. I have to have them. Right now I'm using these. I'll just show you. They're actually almost out, so you'll see that they're from the Walgreens brand, but they're for sensitive skin. I buy the cheap ones. I don't care. This was $1. I don't like them. I'd rather use reusable ones, but I can't. It is what it is. Those were fine. I would repurchase them the next time I go to the dollar store, that's for sure. I got this mask from Milani. This is the Milani Avocado Nourishing Facial Mask with avocado oil. This hydrates and nourishes skin. It's a sheet mask. I'm not a huge fan of sheet masks. I did talk about this in my ranking beauty products I tried in April. Yeah, April. And honestly, it was pretty low on the list only because I don't like sheet masks that much. I don't like the residue that's left over like when you put sheet mask on your face, and like you're supposed to keep that in there. You're not supposed to wash it off. And to me, I'd prefer washing off a face mask. I don't know what it is. It's okay. It actually did. My face felt really nice and hydrated. Avocado is really nourishing for the skin. It's really hydrating. I would like this if it was in a tub form. That's for sure. Oh, I should have spoken about this when I talked about the self tan. This is the Bondi Sands self tan eraser. So I really like this stuff. This is also expired. So it no longer, it's supposed to be like mousse like, obviously, like the self tanner is. It no longer does that. It just spits out liquid. It's disgusting and weird. Even though I shake it, like it just doesn't. Anyway, this stuff is really cool because you just put it all over yourself. You leave it on for what, 10 minutes, I think, or 5 minutes actually. And then you hop in the shower and you take it off and your tan is completely off. And I would also exfoliate after that. That's what I do, at least, because I mean, you want to be prepared for your next tan anyway. So I like this stuff. I think it's worth the money. I just don't like that this like expired. I don't know. It's kind of weird the way it expired. It felt really strange. Honestly, when you put it all over, it feels really strange. For a little bit, it feels really sticky, but it's only 5 minutes they have to leave it on, so it's like a small sacrifice for getting your tan off conveniently and quickly, right? Forgot about this random bit, but I have this is the Artisan Lavender 100% pure essential oil. So this is a lavender essential oil. I do have an essential oil diffuser in the room. I only use it for lavender, and then I have this set of fall scents. Oh my gosh, fall scents are my favorite, so I use that in the fall, like all the time. During the day, this one I'll use at night. I like lavender because it's very calming. This one's better than the last one I bought, which I bought like a little set from Etsy of some essential oils, and it had like lavender in it. That lavender smelled like pine sol. This one's a lot better. It smells like pure lavender. The other one smelled like straight up pine sol. Like it was just like a hint of lavender, but it smelled more like cleaning supplies, to be honest. I don't know. This one's nice. I got it from Amazon. I'll have a link down below if you're interested. It's not too expensive either, and it's a decent size. It lasted a decent amount of time. But now I actually bought, I think it might be the same brand, but just like a huge tub of it because I go through it so quickly. So I thought I needed to upgrade to the bigger tub. Okay, I have a few more skincare products. The Ordinary Niacinamide. This stuff is bomb. serum. It's so affordable. You could buy it at Ulta. It's amazing. I love how affordable it is. This has helped my texture so much. If you have texture, if you have fine lines, wrinkles, this helps with that. It helps hydrate. It's a really great serum. It's very thick, but I love it. This also has zinc, which is very hydrating. I'm going to be repurchasing this one, I think, but I have one from Makeup Revolution that I'm testing out now. I have been testing it for a couple of weeks, maybe a month at this point, and the thing is it's a higher concentration of niacinamide, so I'm honestly I don't really see a difference. I really don't. I think they're very similar, and the Makeup Revolution one I think is $1 more expensive, so I don't know. I'm gonna go back to the Ordinary because it's cheaper, so that's the way. Oh, they also offer a bigger size, I'm pretty sure, so in the long run that'll be more economical, I guess. I've also got the Kosas. This is the Chemistry AHA Serum Deodorant. I have 2 here, and I'm about to run out of my current one, and I have one on backup, so you know that I like this. I'm gonna keep repurchasing it. This is amazing. This is the unscented version. I won't be repurchasing this one in particular again because I like to know that I have product on. It doesn't feel like this is empty. It's not empty. Did I not finish this? I think I just really did not enjoy this. Oh no, it's just air. There's nothing in there. It would be like seeping on the sides because I have to squeeze out the last bits. It is a very interesting formula in the fact that it's a liquid. I've never used a serum before this deodorant. Like, it's kind of weird, a serum deodorant, right? You have to let it dry before you put your clothes on, before you put your arms down. It feels weird, right? But it's so amazing. And in the long run, it helps create lighter underarms, which some people do struggle with the dark underarm thing. I don't really struggle with that because I'm very fair, so it doesn't really happen to me. I like the fact that this has no aluminum and it's very clean, very minimal ingredients, and it works very well because as somebody who struggles with body odor, like I've tried a bunch of the natural deodorants that do not work. This one works amazingly. It is $16, so it's a little bit more pricey, $15, $16, whatever. I used to use the Clinical Protection deodorants you can find at the drugstore, and they cost almost as much. Like sometimes they were $10 and $12, so it's just a little bit more money for something that's better and doesn't have aluminum, so it's better for your health too. So that's amazing. All right, not that many makeup products in here. The bag is getting quite light. So I have the Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas. This is what it looks like. I will definitely be repurchasing this because what I'm noticing lately, I've been using the regular silk canvas, and honestly I love it. It's amazing. It's very smoothing, but I feel like this one's a little bit more lightweight and it actually somehow hydrates at the same time. I did do way back in 2020, like January 2020, so like more than a year ago, I did a video comparing the two because that's when this one was released, and I was like, let's see really what the difference is. And honestly in that video you can really see the difference, but in my personal experience and my feelings and my thoughts and feelings, I really think that this is a little bit better in terms of like it makes my face feel less heavy. I don't know, my makeup feels less heavy, so I will be repurchasing that one at some point. I should have gotten it during the VIB sale, but of course I didn't. I have this LA Colors eyeliner. So this is an eyeliner that I use for body paints. To be honest, it's like the only thing I use it for. I definitely do not recommend it for like normal eyeliner. It's not very good. Oh my god, look at what happened to it. It kind of fell out and disappeared, and I couldn't find it anymore. I actually see that there's some in there. It's just a very weird formula. It's almost too creamy, as you could see, but then it crumbles. Exactly what it's doing. Honestly, I only used it for body paints, like I said, so I would just like draw what I'm doing before going in with the paint. I got this at the dollar store for $1. I would repurchase it for that purpose. I definitely would not use this in the waterline or anything like that. It's just not very good. Oh, another random. So this is the Lumify eye drops. So you could buy these at Target or on Amazon. I'll have them linked down below. These are amazing eye drops if you have really red eyes. They help your eyes become completely white. So I wear that. I use them every single time I film because I want my eyes to be completely white. One drop in each eye and wait a little bit before you put on your contacts. If you wear contacts, you're good to go and you have white eyes for the whole day. If I do multiple looks in a day, I have to put in the drops again. So I always like to have this so it doesn't look like I have really bad red eyes. I've got this Benefit. This is the Bravo Brow Conditioning Primer. This is amazing. It has great... Oh, there's a little bit left. I should use it. It has amazing benefits for your brows. This is what it looks like. It's like a little gel. My hands are dirty because I don't know, all these tubs were a little dirty. Anyway, it has great benefits for your brows. It helps condition your brows while also keeping them in place. It's kind of like a pre-brow gel, like the brow waxes that are going around, but less waxy. It doesn't like, it's not hard, so you don't feel it, but it helps keep my brows upwards when I do like the fluffy brows. Today I actually used the soap because I haven't done that in a while. I was like, you know what, let me use soap. But this is what I would usually use to create this effect, and it does the same thing. It doesn't feel sticky or anything like that, and it actually helps your brow hairs grow. This is something that I will constantly use. I'm so grateful for them because they constantly send me replacements, so I'm never gonna run out of this. But if I were to run out of this, I would go out and purchase it because that's how much I love it. That's how much I believe in this product. I also have the Benefit Bad Gal Bang that is completely dry and gross. There's like literally nothing in there. Like you don't even see anything on the wand coming out anymore. This is my favorite mascara of all time. Thankfully they send me backups as well, but again, if they didn't, I would go out and purchase it again. I've been trying a lot of mascaras lately, so I probably would hold off a little bit if I didn't have a backup. This is a great lengthening and volumizing, and it separates really nicely as well. I like the plastic applicator. Some people don't, but I love it. It's one of my favorite mascaras for sure. I've got a couple of concealer empties. This one's from Jouer. This is the Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. I really like this. It dried out so badly though. Like there's nothing left in there, like you can see. I wish I had pliers that were thick enough to actually take off this little stupid plastic thingy. I scraped every last bit I could out of this. This is the shade Wheat. I have so many concealers that I don't use the same ones over and over again, except for the next one I'm about to talk about. Like in every Empties video, you're gonna see an empty of my Tarte Shape Tape. Let's just be real. I'm just gonna tell you that that's the next one. I really like this concealer. It is very, very high coverage as the name states, but it's not cakey. It doesn't crease under the eyes. It's not like, it doesn't emphasize texture or fine lines or anything. It just covers them very nicely. It's been a while since I've used it because it's been sitting in my Empties bag for a long time. I would repurchase this one for sure, but you know, my all-time favorite concealer. This is my favorite concealer of all time. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. If you have a lot of under eye bags, wrinkles, whatever you want to cover, this will work for you. It is very, very full coverage, more full coverage I would say than the Jouer, but it's still like not so heavy to me. A lot of people either really hate this or really love it. There's no like in between, to be honest. And a lot of people say that it makes them look old because it emphasizes everything. It doesn't do that with me, especially if you set it with the right setting powder. This is my go-to if I'm ever like, what concealer should I use today? Oh, Tarte Shape Tape. It's like literally my favorite thing in the world. I love it. But yeah, that completes this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you've used up lately and would you repurchase it? I love watching these kinds of videos. I just think they're so informative. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. I like this one more. It is very high. A lot of all right, let me just, oh, of course. Let me just make sure there's nothing else in here. I'm gonna have fun recycling all this stuff that's in front of me right now because it's sitting on my table and I have to put it back in the bag.